Okay, another video here. The other day, I went ahead and swapped out my my oil on the 7.3. Normally, I use a Dello 400, and Dello 400 is a good oil. I've used that for a long time. My father's used it. It's always worked great. Was reading into some stuff, watching some videos here online on Royal Purple. If you haven't watched the videos on Royal Purple, I suggest that you do, because they show off some pretty great stuff, and either they're really good at tricking people or they got some pretty great stuff. I put Royal Purple in our Dodge, our 2018 Dodge, and oh my god, what a difference. I'm just going to say that. It made a huge difference. We had Pennzoil in there before, whatever stock was, and it sludged up and had all kinds of problems, and the factory, or the factory, but the dealership actually told us that, you know, it was due to us neglecting it. And like I told him, I was like, dude, the truck doesn't have enough miles on it for us to neglect it. You know, something to do with the oil. Now, we went ahead, swapped it out, Royal Purple, and the truck has run better. I shit you not. Like, even as a brand new truck that ran great to begin with, it's run better. And the way that I'm able to tell that is because we went from getting 18 to 21 miles to the gallon, 22, to getting 28 to 31 miles to the gallon. That's a huge difference. And all we did was change the oil. I just keep saying and I apologize. Something else is it's quieter. The motor's quieter. So I went ahead and I changed out the oil on the 7.3 Power Stroke. Like I said, I was using Dello 400. It was not a synthetic oil. So I looked into synthetic oils, because you hear a lot of controversy about synthetics will make a non-synthetic motor leak. Okay, I understand why people say that, but it's just not true. It is not true. What it is that if you already have a leak on your motor, okay, so you have a little pinhole and that oil is just barely going through there, well, synthetic oil is, one, it's thinner, and it's slicker, right? So if you have a little pinhole and your other thicker oil was just barely bleeding out of it, it was making the gasket wet right there, let's say that, this will start leaking out of the side, yes. But it's not that it makes your oil, that makes your engine leak, it increases, it's easier for the oil to get out at this point because it's thinner, you know? It'd be like taking syrup over a hole or putting water over a hole. The water's gonna come out easier because it's thicker, you know? It's not rocket science. So I went through and I fixed all the oil leaks on my truck, okay? And I'm good to go. I put this synthetic Royal Purple in there. I put a Royal Purple oil filter on there, which none of this stuff's cheap, by the way. I think for 5 gallons of Royal Purple, I spent, with my discount, I spent $180, I think. And then the filter was like $60 or $45 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to look it up. But anyways, put this on there. Now, anybody that has a 7.3 knows that you got the 7.3 valve clatter, right? They're notorious for the clatter. I put this oil in there. I'm not saying you can't hear it anymore, but it is a lot quieter than what it was. It runs a lot smoother than what it did. I'm very happy with it. I can't judge or calibrate the fuel mileage as easily because I don't have a little gauge that tells me what it's getting on the 7.3, but it does do pretty good. One thing I have noticed though is that I am getting less oil pressure with my HPOP, because I do have a gauge on my HPOP, and normally I can get about 3,000, 3,100 PSI out of my HPOP, and with this oil I'm getting about 27 to 2,800 out of my POP. Now, HPOP. I am going to take a trip where I'm going to be pulling a trailer, and I will have my foot in the truck a lot more, and I will see if it comes up. Even with the decrease in oil pressure, it's still running very smooth. So like it. And one of the cool things about Royal Purple is that it's got some sort of bonding agent where even when you run low or out of oil, I guess, you don't want to run your truck out of oil, obviously, but if you were to run out of oil, it'll actually sit there and spin without oil surrounding it for quite a while before it starts to burn. The oil actually bonds to the engine, which is pretty great. But yeah, I got a full synthetic on there right now. I don't have a bunch of leaks. Everything's been going good. If it starts to leak, I will make another video stating that, hey, it is leaking now. But so far, everything's been pretty good, and I just thought I'd let y'all know that so far, full synthetic's working great.